Welcome to a quick tutorial about how to use Atrium, our new library software program. When you click on the Atrium admin icon on either the Dallas L computer or Wycallis computer, it will give you this screen. You can pull down which building you're in if it's not the right building. If you're logging into Wycallis, log in with WES. If you're logging into Dallas L, just doing DES and DES. When you log in, this is what the main desktop screen looks like. And if you look, each of these little buttons will toggle down to tell you what they are. The ones we'll be using most, renew. Click on that if the kids would like to renew their books. All you do is scan. If it's multiple books, you just scan, and then hit renew. So you can do a bulk renew. Just keep scanning away. You don't have to renew individually. If the kids want to take one of their friends' books, you do need to make sure you check it in first. And then during the second half of the class, you could check it out to them. This is what our check-in looks like. Make sure the cursor's in the barcode. And you can scan a book, scan another book. It should make a list down here. I don't have a scanner attached, I apologize. It'll make a list down here of all of the books that were checked in. If there's an error, the error message will show up. But if you scan another book, it will check in the next book. So the error does not clog anything up. It will continue working, and then you can address the error. Usually it says in-house if it wasn't checked out to anyone. So when the class comes in, please renew any books that need to be renewed. Then check in all of the books that are left on the table or in the box. There are shelving instructions behind each of the book carts if you have any questions about where to shelf the books. We'll do a tutorial on that as well. And then we're going to jump over here to checkout. I'm going to use the self-checkout. I like it because it makes a list of all of the classes. You can find your class. It has all the students in alphabetical order. You can click right on them. You can scan out a new book. This particular student has one book, and they're allowed two if they're in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, so he'd be allowed one more book. If you have a student who already has, I think Chopiak does, let's see. Right, you have a student that already has 2 books out. That's when you tell them that they already have hit the limit, and sometimes they run back to their classroom to get a book. If they say, no, it's on the shelf, I know it is, I brought it back another day, the call number is listed here, and the barcode, you can go to the shelf, to the fiction section, check to see if Big Nate on a Roll is there. If there is, verify that it's this exact barcode, because we might have multiple copies. If it was, then you can check it in. We do have that on occasion. Usually it's just in their classroom though. After 5 seconds of checking out a book, it will bring you back. If it doesn't, you can just hit this done button. If you have a student that comes in from another classroom, you can hit this to bring you back to that main administrative screen right here, admin. If you quickly need to check a book in, like, oh no, I changed my mind, you can hit this self-check-in. It runs slower than the other check-in, which is why I suggest using the other check-in for big groups like a class. To show you what self-check-in looks like, it's just that, but it runs a little slower. It doesn't give us all the info either. Go back to administration again. If you have a student who would like to reserve a book, maybe it's out but they want to be the next person to read it, you hit reserve. You put in the child's name, usually first 3 letters is fine. You put in the name of the book or the barcode of the book. I'm just going to put in the red pyramid and see what comes up. Nope. That's my fault, sorry. Apologize on that one. You can search for it here. And, oh, cool. Maybe they wanted to reserve Rudolph. Sure, why not? If you have the book in front of you, you can just scan the barcode, or you can search for the particular book. Hit reserve, and it will email me that the book has been reserved. And then we can put it on the shelf when it comes in. What's cool about this is as soon as the book is checked in, a note will come up saying, put this book on the reserve shelf for so-and-so, so it doesn't keep going out and out when someone is waiting for it. So if you see a red message when you're checking the books in, please copy down the name of the child on the reserve note and put it on the reserve shelf, and inform the library staff so that they can email the teacher to have the student come actually sign that book out. If you're on the main screen, you get back to main, it looks like this. In here, if you have a book and you don't know who it goes to, found a book on the table, you can actually scan the barcode right in here, and it'll tell you without checking it in just who the book belongs to. If you have a kid that comes in from a different class and you don't want to go through all the self-checkout information, you can actually do individual checkout right here. Type in the first 3 letters of their last name. I'm doing myself. Here we go. Search. Cool. And it'll bring up that student. It shows you what they already have out. And then you can scan right up here a new book for them. And then you can just go home when you're done. If you have a student coming up to ask you about finding a special book, the access to the OPAC is right here. OPAC stands for Online Public Access Catalog, which is basically the kids' fancy search screen. You click on it, it opens a second tab, so you can still jump back to librarian desktop, back and forth. And the kids are searching with this box, so if they were actually looking for the red pyramid, which I was trying to do before, red pyramid, you can do a title search for it, see if it's in. It is in. Then the child would go to the fiction section and look for RIO. In our libraries, we have different sections, so you might have to look right here at the location, because sometimes it'll say paperback fiction if it's at Wycallis, and that's by the smart board. Or it might say Miss Rita's Reading Corner if it's at Dallas L, and that has a special spot. You can see the Dallas L banner for Miss Rita. So the call number is the most important, but always look over here at the location so you know exactly which section you are going to within the fiction section. And then we can jump right back here. The other links library staff will be working with, that we can print messages if the student has a late book or information like that. So that's mostly what we'll be working with. If you needed to look up a child for some reason to figure out what class they were in, there's a patron lookup right here. But in general, we are renewing, checking in, checking out, and possibly reserving. If you have a message when you are checking out that says "See Librarian," first thing to do is go to self-check-in for a second, scan the book in just to double check that the problem isn't that someone else has it under their name. If it comes up, says in-house use, that means that that wasn't the problem. So leave a sticky note, write circulation issues on it, the child who wanted it, leave it at the desk. If I am working in the building, I can fix it right away. If not, there's usually a 1-day turnaround. I'll get it the next day for the student. So as long as you put their name, their teacher, and write what the problem is on a sticky note, we'll be good. Again, administration brings us back to administration. If you have any questions, there's library staff on hand. If you're a substitute, you can look at our phone. It has the phone number for the opposite building, and you can contact the library staff member. Miss Perch is the library aide, and she's in whatever building I am not in. So if I'm out, you can talk to her, and if she's out, you can talk to me. That's it. So if you need anything, you can totally email us or give us a call. Thanks. Bye.